Hello and welcome to UFC Connected. Back in 2016, Sacramento's own Urijah Faber announced his retirement in front of a hometown crowd following his victory over Brad Pickett, seemingly bringing to an end the incredible 13-year career of one of MMA's most beloved competitors. 31 months later, however, Faber returned to the octagon to produce one of the most thrilling UFC comebacks and yet another special moment in the career of the California Kid.
Sacramento's favorite son, Urijah Faber.
I was real happy with the last fight, the send-off retirement fight in my hometown with a great opponent, someone like Brad Pickett.
Oh, he dropped him with the left hook. Big shot with the left. And another takedown for the California Kid.
Sacktown, I love you guys.
There will only be one California Kid. Urijah Faber, thank you.
I've been retired for 3 years. In that time, focused on business, focused on my team, starting a family.
So this is Callie. Say hi, Callie.
Get inducted to the Hall of Fame. But I had kind of an inkling that I may want at some point come back, so I stayed training. When you're out of the game, the things that you miss the most, probably just the regimen that you're on. You're just not pushing yourself. That's not what I'm used to. I'm used to a grind. I'm used to having to cut a bunch of weight. Those familiar things that you didn't think that you would miss or even notice until you're chilling, living a life of leisure. I was feeling a little bit anxious about whether I should, whether I shouldn't come back. And as soon as I said I will, it was like a huge relief. I'm like, give me someone tough. I want someone tough. And they threw out Ricky Simone.
Hey, next round.
This is a guy that's 8-0. He's a young up-and-comer. I was an underdog because I'd been out for 3 years. Being an underdog makes sense. I'm a 40-year-old vet. This is my 46th fight. Underdog, sure, whatever you want to call it, but I'm coming in there to win.
In his hometown and making his return after more than 2.5 years on the shelf, Urijah Faber. That retirement was never fully set in stone in his eyes.
You know, stepping into the octagon, it was just a really familiar feeling. You know, I knew I had a tough opponent in front of me, came with a lot of offense.
And he will try to halt the 8-fight winning streak of Ricky Simone.
These guys are so evenly matched on paper. Simone says he can do everything that Urijah can. He said, the problem is I'm not 40 years old like Urijah is.
I caught him with a right hand, and he caught me with a good left hand and started backing me up a little bit.
He's wasting no time getting in Urijah's face.
He started talking to me, you know, kind of antagonizing a little bit. I gave him a little smirk and landed a big punch.
Big overhand right for Faber. Simone is down. Can the California Kid finish it now? Oh my God, that's it! It is a TKO. The California Kid. What a moment!
We do a lot of drills in the gym every day, and one is when a guy's pressing you, and he was coming at me hard, and I just sat down and landed a clean right hand. That sent him reeling. He was posting up, kind of regained his wits, so I had to jump to the other side of him and come with a left hand right on the chin. That one rocked him, then a second, and a third, and a fourth, and they pulled me out.
Incredible! That is how you do it.
I've been a young guy like Ricky before, and I'd always want to get my head stomped in before having the fight stopped, but I'm glad that it went the 46 seconds. I'm glad that everybody lives to fight another day and, you know, made a successful comeback. Man, getting my hand raised in that fashion, in that place was pretty incredible. With the baby in the mix and with the hometown crowd and with the comeback and the result, it was a pretty high moment in my career, one of the best. I'm Urijah Faber, the California Kid, and that was my moment.
A 6-time world and Olympic medalist, Denmark's O.Madsen made his UFC debut at Fight Night Copenhagen last year. Madsen's evolution from wrestler to mixed martial artist had seen him amass an impressive unbeaten 8-fight win streak. And so, with a passionate home crowd behind him and with the guidance of former UFC welterweight Martin Kampmann, the Olympian was primed to get the job done on his debut day.
You got half an hour. We'll work fast.
Tonight it's my debut at the UFC. It's a major milestone. It's something I've been working towards ever since I retired wrestling 18 months ago. I'm facing a strong Italian guy, Danilo Belluardo, a guy with a lot more experience in MMA than my record. But I am lucky and very privileged that I'm being coached by Martin Kampmann, a former UFC fighter, somewhat of a Danish legend in this sport. He has more fights in the UFC than the rest of us Danish fighters combined.
In the UFC, you know, it's more lights and glitter and more attention, you know. But once the cage door shuts and you focus in on your opponent, you know, it's just another guy in front of you. You gotta put the beat down on him.
I think the support will be massive tonight. It's the first time the UFC is in Copenhagen in Denmark. It's an historic event, you know, exciting to be a part of it, and I think we can expect the fans to be loud tonight. You know, I've been wrestling my entire life, 5-time world medalist, 3-time Olympian. The time I've been in MMA, it's been very different than the time I spent in wrestling. It takes some time to adjust, but luckily I got the legend on board, so whatever I'm going through now, he's been through it before.
Sådan lige for ikke at det sker. 18 months ago, O.Madsen retired from wrestling. He's just had 18 months of mixed martial arts and has moved to 8-0.
If he finds his feet in the octagon fast, he could run through this division and find his way right to the top with the skills that he already brings to the table.
There is the Olympian, the crossover star, O.Madsen, feeling the octagon canvas under his feet for the very first time. All set for round one. Madsen, Belluardo.
Belluardo's just going to wait and see what Madsen's going to bring to the table in this first round. Just defend as much as you can, get a good read on him, try and get him into the second round.
Oh, he's getting to work.
The thing is, when you're such a strong wrestler as well, it's second nature to you, so you can focus on all of the other aspects. These elbows are killer. Wow, look at that, beautiful.
Oh, man, this is going to get stopped. Madsen gets the win in his debut here in Denmark. And look at that roar.
Wow, O.Madsen has arrived, and Denmark are on their feet. What an incredible performance.
Declaring the winner by TKO, Mark the Olympian!
What a gratifying moment. I'd like to thank my team, Martin Kampmann, my coach. This is absolutely amazing. And can I say something in Danish?
Tusind tak, Royal Arena.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, the Olympian, Mark O.Madsen!
It was really tough going out to that crowd, staying focused. I was just trying to absorb all the energy in the arena. I almost felt unbeatable up there.
He's only going to do better and better. You know, he's a really special athlete. Just looking forward to see his future progress here in the UFC.
We had a lot on the line tonight. I needed to establish myself with a win, my first fight. We made a sound game plan, close the distance, take him down, beat him up. Minute and 12, job done.
You're watching UFC Connected. Perennial contender Michelle Waterson has spent her life dedicated to martial arts and is now a 13-year MMA veteran. Following the birth of her daughter in 2011, she had to find a way of balancing the life of a fighter with that of a mother. What she discovered was that the values she wanted to pass on were the same ones she's learned during her years of combat. We sat down with the former Invicta champ in Warrior Code.
I never knew that I would be a UFC fighter, to be honest with you. What I did know was that I had that fire inside my heart. I was gonna fight. I was going to give it everything that I had. And every time I fight, I grow and I evolve, and I love that aspect of fighting. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not doing it for the fame. I'm doing it because that's what my heart compels me to do. The sacrifice is just what comes along with being a fighter. Sacrificing holidays, time away from family, sacrificing, the beer that you want to crack open after having a long day. And really taking a big risk, investing time into this single dream, because you can never get time back. It's kind of an all or nothing. The rewards will follow me throughout my life and my daughter's life, because I learn life lessons that I can then pass down to her through fighting.
Can you do like that?
I learn about honor, I learn about integrity, I learn about the value of hard work. All these things are important, whether you're a fighter or not. I give all of my opponents respect before even stepping into the octagon, because I know what it takes. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to play out this game that I get to play. So it takes two to tango. All my respects to all my opponents and all fighters, for that matter, who decide to step into the octagon and lay their heart out on the line for the world to see. On fight night, my nerves are going crazy, but I embrace them because I know that it's what I need in order to prepare myself for the battle that's about to happen.
All that hard work pays off now.
The walk is the most nerve-wracking part. It's the anticipation, it's the unknown. I can hear my heartbeat, and I can hear the crowd, and I can hear my breath. It is probably when I feel the most alive, because I'm experiencing all these different emotions.
All right, here we go.
And the closer I get to the cage, all I can see is my opponent, and nothing else matters when I step into the octagon. And so I smile, and I take it in. I tell myself, go out there and have fun.
You ready? You ready? Get up.
Ideally, you would want to be the most present during the battle, because that's when you're able to be creative. That's when you are truly yourself. Those moments, to me, I like to call Zen flow, because you are in a flow and there's nothing that can stop you. The punches don't matter. If you miss a step, it doesn't matter. If you're up against a cage, if on your back, it doesn't matter, because you're just in this flow. To get to that state, you have to be really focused. It's not easy to get to, and sometimes you don't even get a chance to get there. You're trying to get in the zone, and then you get punched in the face, and then... And that's the beauty of fighting, because that's just how life is, right? You plan for things to go smoothly, and sometimes it just doesn't, and you have to learn how to deal with those situations as well. Victory is like an amazing high. You get just a tingle all over your body. When the fight's over, it is a relief because all the work you've put in.
It is all over. Michelle Waterson chokes out Urijah.
I just get flashbacks of everything that I've done to get to that moment. From when I first started martial arts to my amateur fights to motherhood, and it just gives me appreciation for my journey.
When Floyd Money Mayweather calls a fighter the best mixed martial artist on the planet, the whole world takes notice. And that's just how he described middleweight prospect Machmut Muradov. From humble beginnings in Uzbekistan, Mach is now one of Europe's most promising fighters. So we traveled to his adopted home of Prague in the Czech Republic to find out more in Fighter Focus.
I'm very happy I'm my first Uzbek in the UFC. It's very helpful for my country because a lot of people now see where it's Uzbekistan. But my heart is here in Prague. Here you see the beautiful Prague. I love this place. I'm 8 years living in the Czech. I have my girlfriend here, my friends, my trainers. I'm starting MMA here. I have here my gym, Monster, my team.
When I first met Machmut, he was a young guy from foreign country. He was full of passion, he wants to fight, and we saw big potential in him. He had some basic skills from kickboxing and maybe from sambo, but he was a beginner. Peter Kníže, which is the head coach of MMA Monster, he is a special person with special treatment of fighters.
Monster is crazy.
Machmut přišel do klubu poprvé a my jsme měli zrovna sparingy. Vždycky, když přišel někdo, který byl úplně nový a byl vlastně sebevědomý, tak jsme ho otestovali a Machmut prošel testem.
Spar together 3 rounds. Hard sparring. I'm fighting again, you know.
I saw determination in his eyes.
After sparring, told me, hey, are you coming tomorrow for training? I told him, hey, I don't have money, I don't speak English, I need war.
When he saw he's ready to fight and he's ready to commit himself to the sport, he said, okay, no problem, I'm gonna train you for free.
And Machmut Muradov making his UFC debut.
Monster, I told him, hey, I win this fight. I give everything and I win this fight.
First fighter from Uzbekistan to step onto the UFC canvas. I get the feeling that Muradov is starting to enjoy himself in there a little bit.
First round, second round, yes, it's not bad. And the last round, my legs, it's finished. Because I'm prepared only 10 days. Normal for fighters, it's not more, you know.
Well, Muradov's looking a little laboured here.
He is exhausted right now.
Oh, he's getting caught now.
I left everything, my heart and everything in the octagon.
Representing Floyd Mayweather's The Money Team in modern MMA, here is Uzbekistan's Machmut Muradov.
Floyd Mayweather is my friend. I know him 3-4 years. Thank you for him. I'm UFC. Put on Instagram and Facebook, Twitter. It's the best fighter in the world. Social media, it's crazy. Sometimes he told me, hey, waiting, you know, you not rush. Because I told him, hey, I'm going to the UFC, I need to fight. He told me, brother, relax, please, relax. You have the time. children, it's everything, you know, family, it's everything. You have a good family, you have everything. I'm always wanted kids.
I met him like 1.5 years ago. We started dating, and now we're waiting for a family. Before I met him, I didn't really know too much about MMA. Now, even if I'm alone, I watch MMA fights. I'm a singer, so every time when I have a concert or go to TV to have interview, people, they ask him, especially guys, because they like MMA. But that's nice, it's good.
Tak Machmut má za sebou složitou minulost, protože vlastně pochází z Uzbekistánu ve svém životě. To znamená, že on si prošel těžkýma časama a teďka může využít toho, čím si prošel a může prostě jako z něj být dobrý člověk. A pokud mu vydrží jeho tvrdost v tom tréninku, tak si myslím, že v UFC se určitě může probojovat do top 15, top 10.
Last year, I think it's the best year in my life. I win 6 fights, 2 fights in UFC. It's history for my country in Uzbekistan. It's my life now, you know. I have a lot of motivation. I have my family, my friends. It's a dream for me.
That wraps us up for another episode. Keep the conversation going online by using the hashtag UFC Connected. I'll see you next time.